The action switches to the Cup this weekend. Obviously it's a very tough challenge against a team we're challenging for the title in the Premier Division, but I'm sure it's a challenge that you as manager will look forward to.
Yeah, I think it's a challenge, as you said. It's a massive challenge when you look at the quality that we have throughout the whole squad. They have a lot of attacking threats. They've solid defence, and again, they're not where they are in the league by accident. So they have a brilliant manager as well. So listen, again, it's going to be a really difficult game for us. But if it's to get a cup run and progress in the cup and get far the way we want to try and do, you have to beat teams at this level, and it's a huge test for our lads, and it's one that we're actually really relishing.
Obviously, you know a lot about their players, you know, their strengths and so on. And this is the last few days. Obviously, been working on the best areas, maybe where you can hurt them.
Yeah, and listen, more so to try and prevent them hurting us in areas as well. As I said, they've ample options in the attacking end of the pitch. They've plenty of pace with McMullen and Dickie Kelly on the right, and Mickey Duffy, and listen, they've got Patching, they've Adam O'Reilly with legs, they've Mullen, they've Hooban, they've players all over the pitch that play for any team in the country. So yeah, again, we've looked quite a lot at them as much as we can, and I went to see them live against Shells. I know a lot of the players from my time in the Premier Division, sorry, with Pats and Drogheda. And yeah, listen, for us to progress, we're going to have to be at our very, very best, and hope they have a little bit of an off day.
There's been a few surprises already in the Cup this year. Tim, obviously will be hoping for another one Friday, and you know, how much will home advantage count on Friday?
Yeah, listen, it's a really difficult game for us, but I'm sure I'd nearly be certain that he's looking at it as well and saying that's a tricky one for him. It's a game that they're complete favourites for, but it being at our place, we've not lost there this season, and again with the record that we've had, I know it's a step up in levels, but we've only conceded 10 goals all season, so we've defended quite well, and we're going to have to be at that again Friday night. But it's an advantage for us to be at home as opposed to being away in the Brandywell, and that's where we're going to have to make it count as well.
And I'm sure like one of the messages will be, you know, any chance you get, it might be a whole load of chance in the game, but just to make sure you make the most of the opportunities when they come.
Yeah, and I think it'll be a different game to what we've probably been exposed to for most of the season. We're playing against teams that are sitting in mid to low blocks, and it's a challenge to try and break them down. And I'd imagine that Derry will have the lion's share of possession, and it's for us to try and capitalise on spaces that are left in the turnover, and to be clinical enough to execute the right passes, and as you said there, we'll get chances to finish when we do.
Yeah, I know that, you know, Shawnee and Rory are not 100% fit yet, but are you tempted to start the two just for experience against a side like that?
Listen, we have we've Murph as well, who's been excellent for us this season. And I know I was speaking to Richie a couple of games last season. I think it was especially up in the Brandywell, he done very well against Derry, and he's got absolute pace in behind, and he holds the ball up really well as well. So we've got good options in that end of the pitch, and obviously Shawnee and Keats are high profile signings and top quality that we brought in as well, and it just gives us the options then to have in the attacking end of the pitch.
Good luck Friday, sir.
Cheers, Rob.
Owen.
Owen, how are you? How are things, pal?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Thanks for your time anyway.
No bother, alright.
Just on Friday, like I know obviously you want to win a cup and get through this round, but is this also a good game with a view to next season when, well, hopefully you're back up?
Listen, I think it's probably a bit too early for us to compare ourselves to teams in the Premier Division now. We've made a couple of signings in Shawnee and Keats, and Sean Murray getting them tied down. But before a ball's kicked next season, if we do get promoted, I'd imagine there'll be another 4, 5, 6 signings as well that will make us a lot more competitive. So listen, it's a good marker to see where we are with a lot of our players in regards to the Premier Division and the very top end of the Premier Division, that is. But I don't think it'd be a fair reflection on next season until we get promoted, and then if we do get promoted, if we put a squad together, I think you'd be able to judge it more at the end of pre-season as opposed to now.
Yeah, but then I suppose, is it more like you're going so well in your own league that you don't have to prioritise that at the moment? You can actually just say every game's a target and go for this one properly?
Yeah, listen, again, we would have gone for it full tilt anyway, irrespective of the league situation that we're in. I know we're 15 points clear. It's a good position to be in, but it's it's been parked, and Derry's the sole focus now for the lads. It's probably a game that they'll be looking forward to since the draw was made, and it is testing yourself against the top players in this country, and one of the top managers as well. So it's one that we've been looking forward to the last few weeks, and now we've got an opportunity to go and pit ourselves and see how we are, and hopefully we can perform to a level that does our fans and ourselves proud as a club.
Yeah. Like, do you feel like when normally a first division against Premier side, we're talking about not so much a giant killing but a shock, but do you feel like Cork are in a good position now that it shouldn't be a shock, or is it still one?
Listen, I still think Derry are going to be massive favourites, and they should be winning the game. If you're looking at the league table in the Premier Division and you're looking at the First Division, there's a big difference between the Premier Division and the First Division, and certainly a bigger gap then between the top 2 or 3 in the Premier Division and the First Division as well. So listen, it would be a big upset, but also there's still the mind frame down here that we are one of the biggest clubs in the country. City's a massive club, and we should be competing at the top level of football in Ireland. At the minute we're not, but it's certainly the thought in the background is where we want to get to, and this is probably an early indicator of them types of games and the pressure situations that this club players should feel at when they go onto the pitch, and we'll carry that onto the pitch on Friday, and if we do win, it'll give us more confidence then going into the next round of being in a cup quarter final, and hopefully if you get a good draw, you could be looking at a right chance to get into the Aviva.